The goal for this video is to install the Ubuntu Mate operating system onto the Raspberry Pi 3. In order to do this, you'll need a 4GB or bigger SD card with the holder, a Raspberry Pi 3, a keyboard, mouse, and monitor, an HDMI cable, a power supply with a micro USB plug, and another computer to burn the Ubuntu image onto the SD card with. I'll be using a Windows 7 machine. On the Windows machine, I'm going to assume you have Win32 Disk Imager already installed. Go to the Ubuntu Mate website at ubuntumate.org/download, and under Choose Your Architecture, select Raspberry Pi. Under which release would you like, select 16.04.2 Xenial. Now look for the download links and double click on the Ubuntu Mate 16.04.2 desktop ARM HF Raspberry Pi.image.xz. Once downloaded, double click and extract it to your preferred location. Insert your micro SD card and holder into the SD card slot on your computer. Open Win32 Disk Imager and select the folder icon. Go to where you extracted the Ubuntu image to and select the Ubuntu image. Under Device, make sure your SD card is selected. Click the button labeled Write to burn the Ubuntu Mate operating system image onto your SD card. Once the image is burnt onto the SD card, you then have to set up the Pi. Plug in the mouse and keyboard into the USB ports on the Pi. Plug the HDMI cable from the monitor into the Pi's HDMI port. Insert the micro SD card with the Ubuntu Mate image into the Pi's SD card slot. Power up the Pi by plugging in the micro USB power source. Follow the Ubuntu Mate setup process. Once set up, the Raspberry Pi should restart. Once it restarts, you'll then have a Raspberry Pi running an Ubuntu operating system.